Hello, Happy New Year to everybody. Um, I don't need to, I'm not breaking any new ground by saying that 2020 for the most part was a crap show. And I hope that your 2021 as well as mine brings better things for all of us. Both, well, musically, as we're going to talk about in this video, there was some good things. Although we couldn't do any concerts or anything of that nature, there were some good things musically in 2020, and hopefully good music follows here in 2021 along with concerts, but that remains to be seen. But just thought I'd make my first video of the year and talk about the one music related thing I got for Christmas and my albums I picked up in the year 2020 that were released in 2020. And this isn't going to be a ranking. I'm just going to give a brief synopsis of each of these. But the first thing I like to show is the music related thing I got for Christmas this past year, and it is a DVD that I've not opened yet. So sorry about the glare. But it's Stryper live in Puerto Rico. And I believe I've seen this on YouTube before. I never knew it was a DVD release. And it's a concert in Puerto Rico back in, I believe, 2003 when they did a reunion tour before they realized that they were going to release a handful or more of albums since then. They were just planning this to be a one-off thing, and Stryper was going to go back in the mothballs again. I don't even know the circumstances that got them wanting to do this, but this sparked a desire to get the band back together. And as I said, they released a handful of albums since then, or if not more. But that was my one and only music-related Christmas gift. And since I showed the Christmas gift being Stryper, it'd only be fitting to follow it up with their 2020 release, Even the Devil Believes. Now, I've fallen in a thing, a funk, a stage, I don't know whatever you want to call it, where I'm kind of been a victim of the times we're living in, where it's very rare now that I put an album in, a CD in, or a record on the turntable, and I listen to the thing all the way through. I usually listen to select songs, take that out, put another one in, do the same. I can say I've listened to every track on this, and I wish this back cover art would have been the front cover art. That is, to me, that's a much better picture for the front cover than this is. But anyway, on to the music itself. I've listened to this a handful of times. Well, not all the way through, but I've listened to every track at least 2-3 times. The standout tracks to me are the title track, the last song on there, Middle Finger Messiah, Do Unto Others, God and Rock and Roll, Divider. Divider is a really rocking song. But the only song on this I don't care for is Learn to Fly, or How to Fly, or whatever it's called. I don't particularly care for that particular song. But typical Stryper album. Very straightforward, faith-based lyrics in this one. So I'd probably give this an 8.9, 9 out of 10. Again, Stryper related, Michael Sweet graced us with another solo album, his 10th solo album, thus called 10. But the title track on here, called 10, is referring to the Ten Commandments. It's a song about the Ten Commandments. So, this one I've not listened to as much as the Stryper, but this follows along in line with Michael's last solo album, One Sided War, which I'm a fan of. And I'm a fan of what I've heard of this one. Standout tracks to me are the title track, Son of Man, which ends the album, Now and Forever, Forgive, Forget, Forgive, or those are the standout tracks to me. I'm trying to remember what these tracks sound like. Like I said, I haven't listened to it that much. But I would give this the same score as the Stryper. The one thing about Michael Sweet's solo stuff, as good as the last two albums have been, the song always starts with the same drum roll. Most of the songs start with the same drum roll, and that gets kind of repetitive, if I can get the word out. But still good music nonetheless, and I enjoy it. 8.5, 9 out of 10. Now, on to an album that a lot of people have said has saved 2020 for them. An album that's been getting a lot of praise. An album that was a long time in the coming. An album that is a comeback story in a way, because a lot of people thought this album would never happen because of circumstances going on with them within the band. And that is AC/DC's Power Up, of course. By bar none, my favorite song on here is Through the Mists of Time. Very good song. Realize, the title track. Rejection. I mean, you name it on down the line. Not a bad track on here from what I've heard. Again, AC/DC is not breaking any new ground with this. Closest thing they come to that is Through the Mists of Time. But I'll give this a perfect score. I'll give this album a perfect score. Getting on to some AOR now. And the second release from the Finnish band One Desire. Coming from, as I said, my dad's side of the family hometown in Finland, which made me instantly interested in the band. And their sophomore effort is Midnight Empire. I think I showed you this pickup on the very first video I did this year after doggone near a year off. But anyway, to me, I like their self-titled debut, but a lot of the songs on here are step up. The beginning track on this one, Shadow Man, my goodness, that's one of their heaviest songs. Reno is a good ballad. It's been a while since I've listened to this, but from what I remember of it, it's 9.5 out of 10. You know, great follow-up. And I can't wait to hear more from these guys. More AOR now. Kind of a super group here with members of Danger Danger and the other bands members that have made up this group escape me right now, but Danger Danger is the one that stands out to me because this sounds like a Danger Danger album, and that is Lions by Tokyo Motor Fist. And again, I think I showed you this CD in the same album, the same video I showed the One Desire. But again, a perfect score for me on this. Monster and Me is my favorite track. Youngblood, title track Lions, Mean It, on down the line. Those of you who heard this know, very good, very, very good AOR album. Last but not least, and going away from the AOR and the more modern heavy stuff, female-fronted band Stitched Up Heart. And I knew I should have looked at the title of the album before I made the video. Darkness. Yeah, my eyes are getting pretty bad. I had to turn on the light to see the darkness in the darkness. But I think this is a sophomore album too. Female fronted, as I said. Very modern sounding. Mostly clean vocals, but some non-clean vocals in there, some growls, which is, in my mind, in my ears, is strange to hear from a female singer because I don't have a lot of female-fronted bands in my collection as of right now. But yeah, I'll say an 8 out of 10 for this one. The song Lost and Problems are my two favorite ones on here. I'll have to give this another spin to form another opinion on some of the other tracks because it's been a while since I played it. But anyway, for what it's worth, that's my 2020 review. Didn't have the time lately or want to take the time to rank these albums, so I thought I would just shoot this video for whatever it's worth. But again, here's to a better 2021 for all of us. And till I talk to you again, enjoy the music.